Could Derrick Rose be Boston bound? I am Will Scott. You're watching Celtics Today by Chat Sports. Free agent point guard Derrick Rose has been linked to the Boston Celtics. NBA Central tweeting this out over the weekend. Derrick Rose is likely to leave the Knicks in free agency. Per Steve Popper, there are contending teams, says Steve. The Lakers, the Suns, Celtics, or even a return to his hometown Bulls, who could have minutes available at point guard for Rose. So Derrick Rose, it was announced over the weekend that the Knicks are not picking up his option. That means he is set to be an unrestricted free agent. And of course, the Celtics could certainly use some point guard depth after trading Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies in that three-team deal that featured Kristaps Porzingis as well. Now, Derrick Rose was a really good role player in New York before this past season. The numbers really took a big hit. He only played in 27 games, 5.6 points per game, 1.7 assists per game. But you look at the numbers 2 years ago, 14.7 points per game. If you could get anywhere close to that, that would be a big, big pickup for the Celtics. I think this makes some sense because right now the Celtics don't have a whole lot of guard depth. I think they got to do something at that position. Right now, your 2 point guards are Malcolm Brogdon and Peyton Pritchard. I think they got to sign somebody. Maybe Derrick Rose is the guy they're going to sign, and he would be very, very cheap, would definitely fit in to that $12.4 million MLE. ESPN said this about the former MVP. Rose remade himself into a valuable role player after a slew of injuries hampered his ascent to superstardom after becoming the youngest MVP in NBA history in 2011. Acquired by the Knicks in the middle of the 2020-21 season, he helped New York make the playoffs while finishing third in Sixth Man of the Year voting that year. Now, the question that I have, and also the question that Brad Stevens is going to have, does D. Rose have anything left in the tank? Again, the numbers went down significantly last year. I still think he can be a valuable part of a contending team, and it would be great to see him finally win a ring. Boston can't give him his first ring. I think both sides would be interested in making something happen here. Should Boston sign Derrick Rose? Type S for sign or type P for pass down in the comments section. Go down and let me know. Should Boston sign Derrick Rose? Jordan Walsh put on this draft hat the other night. It is not too late for you to go get your Celtics draft hat. That is the link right there, chatsports.com/NBA draft hats. Go and get your C's draft hat right now. That link is in the comments and the description of today's video, chatsports.com/NBA draft hats. Could a Kristaps Porzingis extension be coming? That has been a big question since the trade, and I don't think he would have opted in to this deal to make the trade possible if an extension was not imminent between him and the Celtics. Adam Himmelsbach of the Boston Globe said this: when the three-team deal for Porzingis was being finalized last week, there was nothing stopping Porzingis' camp from expressing its desire to be in Boston long-term, according to a league source, and they did. So not only does Kristaps Porzingis want to make something long-term work with the Celtics, but I also think that Boston wants to get this done as well. Marc Stein said this: the Celtics will be eligible in July to offer Porzingis a 2-year extension worth up to $77 million. And as I've been reporting since Wednesday, there is a strong expectation in circulation already that Boston will indeed extend him. Taking a look at the numbers here for Kristaps Porzingis, 23.2 points per game, 8.4 rebounds per game, 1.5 blocks per game, 49.8% from the field, 38.5% from three-point range. He had a really good season. I think kind of flew under the radar because he was on a bad Wizards team. But Kristaps Porzingis, man, is a good player and I think fits really well into what the Celtics need at the 5. Again, it made sense for the Celtics to make this move. Robert Williams is very injury-prone. Al Horford is getting older. They needed a 5 that could defend and score at a high level. Now, should the Celtics extend Kristaps Porzingis, he has 1 year left on his deal after opting in to make the trade possible. Again, if he opts out, that trade's off. He opted in to make the trade possible. He's set to make $36 million this next season. Should the Celtics extend him? Type Y for yes or type in for no. I'm going to say yes. They should extend him. I get it. We've not seen him in a Celtics uniform yet, but you cannot afford to let him walk into free agency next year because you gave up Marcus Smart to get this done, right? You gave up the longest tenured member of the Celtics, a guy that a lot of people would say is the heart and soul of this basketball team. You got to lock up Kristaps Porzingis and also lock up Jaylen Brown this summer while you're at it. Jaylen Brown could get an extension during free agency. We're going to be live on our Chat Sports main channel during free agency. That is the sub link right there, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Go and subscribe. That sub link going to be in the comments and the description. Turn on your notifications as well so you know when Chat Sports goes live. We're also going to have you covered here on Celtics Today during free agency. The Celtics, I get it. They've already made a big move. They traded for Kristaps Porzingis, but they are still going to be very aggressive this weekend. I expect them to make some moves. Now, after the trade of Kristaps Porzingis, are the Celtics title favorites? Stephen A. Smith went on First Take this morning and said, yes, they are the title favorites. Here is what Stephen A. said. I think it makes the Celtics title favorites. I'm looking at every team in the NBA, and I dare somebody to tell me who can the Boston Celtics not beat? I'm looking at Porzingis, third best defended field goal percentage in the NBA, behind Giannis Antetokounmpo and Draymond Green. I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking about the fact that he's 7'3", and he can step away from the basket and shoot a J, if not a 3. And yeah, Stephen A. brings up a good point there. Kristaps can defend. He's a good rim protector, a good rebounder, and the guy can shoot the basketball at a high level. Averaged 23.2 points per game. And after this trade, the Celtics have one of the best big threes in the league in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Kristaps Porzingis. Now, who's going to start at point? That's a big question I have right now. Right now, it's Brogdon. Derrick White will probably start at the 2, Jaylen Brown at the 3, Tatum at the 4, Kristaps at the 5. But, you know, unlike the Suns' big 3, the Celtics actually have some depth here. They have Robert Williams, Al Horford on the bench. They drafted Jordan Walsh. I expect him to kind of be the Grant Williams replacement. Grant Williams not featured here on my bench because it is widely expected that he is leaving Boston after the Kristaps Porzingis trade. Are the Celtics title favorites? Type 1 for yes or type 0 for no. Down in the comment section, go down, chime in. Yes, I do believe the Celtics. As of now, this could change. The Heat could make a big move. You could see the Lakers make some moves. But right now, the Celtics are absolutely the title favorites for this next year. It was very difficult to give up Marcus Smart. I think it's a deal you had to make to make this work. Marc Stein also said the Utah Jazz were in on Kristaps. The Celtics really wanted Porzingis. They got him, and I think they're the title favorites after this trade.